Hi everyone, Angie Gerard, mortgage loan originator with Angie Home Loans and Nexa Lending. So the last couple days we talked about appraisals and home inspections, but there's one more term that often gets confused with those, and that's the property tax assessment. A property tax assessment is not the same thing as a home appraisal. An appraisal is ordered during the mortgage process to estimate the home's current market value for the lender. But a property tax assessment, on the other hand, is performed by your local county or taxing authority to help determine how much property taxes you'll pay. Many people assume they want both values to be as high as possible, but that's not necessarily the case. When you're buying a home, a higher appraisal can help support the purchase price and keep your financing on track. Especially when you're refinancing, you want that appraisal as high as possible. But when it comes to your property tax assessment, a higher assessed value can mean higher property taxes and more money out of your pocket monthly. Assessors don't typically perform the same detailed evaluation that an appraiser does. They usually don't even go inside your home. Instead, they'll often use the sales price that you purchased the home for, mass appraisal methods, recent sales in the area, property records, square footage, lot size, improvements, and other available data to estimate a property's taxable value. Every state, and sometimes even each county, has its own assessment methods, schedules, exemptions, and appeal process. And there's usually deadlines on those appeals. So typically they'll be, I think, within a month or two after you receive that tax assessment in the mail. So pay attention to that. And there should be instructions on the back of that tax assessment or somewhere on the form on how to appeal the value. If you believe your property's assessed value is too high, you have the right to appeal the assessment through your local taxing authority. The important thing to remember is this: appraisal equals market value for your mortgage, assessment equals taxable value for your property taxes. Same house and two completely different purposes. From a property tax standpoint, many homeowners prefer a lower assessed value because it can reduce the amount of property taxes that they owe. That leaves room for the fact that some jurisdictions cap assessment increases. It's late, guys. I'm having a hard time talking. That leaves room for the fact that some jurisdictions cap assessment increases, have homestead exemptions, senior exemptions, or calculate taxable value differently than market value. So that's one more term you can cross off your home buying vocabulary list. I really appreciate you guys watching. Hit that follow button so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.